YouTube, what's going on, guys? It's ItsMeSnoops coming back at you with another 2K21 current gen build video. We got some next gen videos coming soon. I guarantee you that, coming very fucking soon. But anyway, that's not gonna stop us from making current gen content while we can, because this build is a great build. This is a power forward glass cleaning finisher, and I honestly have a feeling this is going to be one of my better glass cleaning finisher builds, because there is a reason for this. One, we are a pure defender, so we don't get Hall of Fame badges for finishing, but we still get a decent amount of finishing badges. B, because we're a pure defender, we have our 30 defensive badges, and we also have really fucking great defense. And also, considering the fact that I am playing with a friend of mine all the time, whenever I play this game online, I'm always playing with a buddy of mine, and he is a pure defender himself. He's running defensive leader on Hall of Fame, so I don't have to. But because of that, and also he's got better stats than me, obviously, because he's 6'7", so he's got more all-around defense than me. So he's pretty much got 99 almost everything. But keep this in mind, that's not going to stop him from putting on floor general on gold as well as a pure defender. Yes, you heard me right, he put on floor general on gold. Think about that for a minute. So imagine these stats with a +3 to offense and a +4 to defense, and then plus an extra +4 to all of your stats at a 99. Absolutely insane. But this glass cleaning finisher is possibly my favorite one. You can't shoot, sadly. You wouldn't be able to shoot regardless with this build, but this is possibly the best way to make this build by being a pure defender. As you guys can see, 83 driving dunk, 83 standing dunk off the rip, just for having default stats and everything. Let's just go right into it, because we're obviously going to go pure defense on the pie chart, and then we're going for the one that's second to the bottom, which is the vertical and speed one. But you have more vertical in this one. So what we're going to do is we are literally going to max out everything in finishing except for post hook. We're not touching post hook at all for finishing. Easy as that for finishing. Shooting, we are going to touch free throw, but we're not going to max it out at a 77. We're going to bring it down to a 75. Give us those 2 extra attributes to bring down here. Playmaking, we are going to max everything out as well here. Give us our 6 playmaking badges. Why? Because who doesn't like playmaking badges? And then this is where the defense comes into play, where we literally max out interior, lateral, block, offensive, and defensive rebound, with the last 13 of our attribute points are going into perimeter defense, giving us a 65 perimeter defense. And I know what people are thinking, why waste any more points than putting it into perimeter defense? Why not steal? Well, here's the thing, perimeter defense is going to be very great, because I'm going to be like a shorter power forward compared to a lot of other people. But the thing is with this is you don't need a high steal to be able to get steals and everything. And also, it's my steal rating is already past 50, which is already fucking great to begin with. But this is how we're going to build it: 16 finishing, 1 shooting, 6 playmaking, and 30 defense and rebounding badges. Pretty great, right? Then of course you can just choose whatever one of these you want. I usually go built, and a lot of people would probably be like, okay, so you're gonna go 6'9", right? Nope, I'm going 6'8". The only reason why is because we get a +1 driving dunk, making sure that we get the 84, the pro contact dunks off the rip, and we also go ahead and get our perimeter defense up, we get lateral quickness up, we get steal up as well, ball handling goes up. There's a lot of good in this. The only problem is our interior defense goes down by 6, our block, offensive rebound, defensive rebound go down to the 80s, but that's not going to stop us. Look at our vertical. Our vertical is an 89, speed is a 78, and acceleration is a 76. For weight, we're going to 235. Why? Because if we bring our weight up to 235, we get +1 to our strength. I'll show you that again. Nothing, +1. But you also get a +1 to your interior defense as well, making it an 80, so that's pretty great. But then also, we get to max out our wingspan, which gives us our defense back with our rebounding, block, and all that. So that also gives us that. And then we only lose 1 for our ball handling. And we get a plus 12 to standing dunk, which means you guys have seen it. It was already at an 82. Add 12, that's 94. You should do the math. And then we get an 87 driving dunk off the rip and an 87 close shot. Here's the thing. If you guys remember, my two-way slashing playmaker, I was gonna say two-way sharpshooter, but it's the two-way slashing playmaker from last year on 2K20. Off the rip, it got an 87 driving dunk. And I think I got elite contact dunks. I think I did get an 87 driving dunk off the rip on my play glass as well. I'm not 100% sure because it was a while since I played it. Haven't really taken a look at the stats. But if I remember properly, 87 is like a good number because I do think that my two-way slashing playmaker had an 87 off the rip. So that gave me elite contact dunks. And then I think it was the same way for my playmaking glass cleaner, which is weird that my playmaking glass cleaner had the same. I don't remember though. But anyway, you guys see all the stats here. It's pretty good. Add a plus 4 to all these stats, by the way. So like all these stats that you're looking at, you know, that are like your main stats, not talking about like 3-pointer or mid-range or post hook and all that. Just take a look at like your main attributes that you are looking for and add plus 4 to all of those. Go ahead. Now, if you play with somebody else that has floor general, whether it's gold or Hall of Fame, add on the pluses for that. Same thing with defensive leader, add a plus 3, plus 4 to that. And then also, for everything that's got boost, blocks, steals, finishing, playmaking, add a plus 5 to those. And that will be like pretty much like their max stats that you can possibly get. Anyway, for this, glass cleaner, rim protector, it don't matter which one you choose. I choose glass cleaner, it's personally my favorite. The better one of the two. But we have a glass cleaning finisher, Shawn Kemp, Zion Williams, and Anthony Davis. So Zion Williamson, he's a glass cleaning finisher. I will say that. Zion is a glass cleaning finisher of some sort. The only problem is that he's got more range than what this build entails, but this is pretty damn close to it. I will say that. It's pretty damn close. Anthony Davis, I would call him a glass cleaning finisher more than anything because, like I said, he's got that range. And I also want to call him a glass cleaner at all. I would call him maybe a slashing 4. Maybe. Because he can stretch the floor out very well. And Shawn Kemp, I'd say, like, out of everybody, Shawn Kemp being at the top, it makes sense. I would agree with that 100%. But anyway, this is the glass cleaning finisher build for you guys. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to show you some badges. Just remember, you guys don't have to use any of these badges. These are all personal preference. But yeah, this is something that I would run, guys. Like, these are all personal preference. Obviously, since you're 6'8", and most centers and power forwards are going to be like taller than you, I'd say just do this. I'm going to do that. Maybe do that. Why am I being called from Florida? I'm sorry, guys. I got distracted there for a second. And, you know, something like that. Whatever. Yeah, something like that. 100% something like this is what I'll run. Putback boss, relentless finisher, all those badges, whatever. And then for shooting, obviously the one shooting badge that we were just looking for is just slippery off ball because, you know, nothing else that we need. Quick first step, since we can get quick first step, and we are looking to get that quick first step mainly for getting the ball and then driving towards the basket because we have those elite contact dunks. And then something that I would throw on is probably unpluckable, and then bronze break starter is probably what I'll run, something like that. Obviously it'll be like pretty nice to have. Not really worried about too much other stuff here. So yeah, we don't really need anything else there. For this, obviously, Intimidator, Pogo Stick, Rim Protector, and Rebound Chaser are going to be your 4 main badges and the 4 badges you use on Hall of Fame. And then for everything else, this is what I would run. Whoops, not Hall of Fame. So this is what I would run personally. Mainly because it's like I don't need pickpocket. I'm not gonna try to steal the ball. Interceptor could be nice, but I don't really think it's useful unless you have it on gold. But interceptor on Hall of Fame is kind of useless. So I'd say silver or gold is the best way to have that. Hurt Crusher is completely useless unless you have it on Hall of Fame, really. And bronze chase down artist is really good. Like, even though it's like only bronze, it's nice to have so I can get those animations. Silver clamps, just to be able to bump the other finishers that are trying to drive to the basket, and I can give them like a little bump, slow them down, make sure they don't get momentum so they can't get any contact dunks off or anything. Really nice. Silver brick wall, because I like setting screens, I like playing the pick and roll. And you can also coincide this with pick and roller as well, depending on how you want to play. But if I had more badges on finishing, then I probably would. Box, obviously, on gold, you should already know about box. Post move lock, already know. Moving truck, yeah, whatever. And you already know about these other 4 Hall of Fame badges. You should already know. These are the tippity top of the best for big men. If we're talking about a guard, then Intimidator Clamps 100% would be the 2 first ones I would take a look at on Hall of Fame. But for a big man, for what my job is, grabbing boards, blocking shots in the paint, the pogo stick also helps me be able to do that. Intimidator, make sure that nobody's just able to get, you know, layups over me and whatnot in the paint. Obviously, it's a pretty good deal. But yeah, this is what I would run, guys. This has been the glass cleaning finisher, and this is pretty much one of my best builds that I can come up with for the big man position that is part of a role. Your role pretty much for this, like, I mean, I guess I can consider the other big man that I have made a while ago, if you remember, near the beginning of the game, where I made the playmaking glass cleaning lockdown build to where I had playmaking in me, but I was still a glass cleaning lock, where I have the Steven Adams thumbnail. That one right there, that's pretty much like a role type of build, because it's like you're not going to be able to really do much except like score inside, but it's not like you're going to be like driving a lot. You're just going to be doing like standing dunks and whatnot, and you can still grab boards and defend and everything, but it helps you be able to set people up. So if you get doubled in the paint or whatever the situation is, you can dime people and kick it out and stuff like that. You can grab boards and then dime the people who are wide open off the offensive rebound. So a lot of situations there with that build, but I just like coming up with different role type builds, which is probably going to be the next build video I make, is like a build that has to do with a specific role. Not really being like the best 100% build to like just be dominant at, but have like a role type build. This one right here isn't necessarily that too much, as it is like a good build all around to like really play park with and rec center with. But the next video 100% will be at least on current gen, will be a build that is really good just for playing a specific role. So keep that in mind, guys. That's coming up next after this video. So on next gen, we'll have like some other videos coming out, but the next current gen video will be a role type big man build, or it could be a guard. Either way, it's going to be a build representing a specific role. You're not gonna try to be a scorer and a playmaker and a defender and, you know, like all that at the same time, really. So yeah, anyway, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Hope that you enjoyed. Make sure you hit the like button if you enjoyed. Hit the bell notification icon and that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Never miss another upload. Yeah, leave me some feedback in the comment section below as well. I'd love to hear your feedback, but this build, honestly, I think is great. So I would love to hear your feedback on this one, and I'd love to hear your feedback on the ideas of making role builds to where you have to focus on playing a role. And I know a lot of people who like to play Pro-Am or Rec Center might like this idea of having like role specific builds. I personally made some builds on 2K20 that were made specifically for certain roles, to where it's just like, okay, well, this build looks really, really good. The only problem is it's like, it's comp, so it's not really like a build you would just go play with on the park and whatnot. But anyway, that's gonna be it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you all later. Peace out, everybody.
Bitch, start tripping, now I'm blue. Mega man, I can't win for losing, cause I got too many haters, man. used to be the pimp.